Hi, everybody. Welcome to Assembly Hall. We are on the campus of Coastal Alabama North. Second meeting between these two. The first meeting was there in Bay Minette at the Jack Robertson Arena. Meeting number 2 taking place here at Assembly Hall. Robert Williamson set to bring the coverage as the Coyotes and the Coyotes tangle in the opening serve into the net. Placed there by Cameron Brown, and the opening point belonging to the Coyotes North. It is a Wednesday, midweek, and it is a week loaded with volleyball and sports period. Barkley driving it across from the right side. Boschel setting up Miller. Cross-court shot off the roof. 2 in a row for the Coyotes from North. And Julie Boschel, the top server ace-wise in the ACCC, serving it up. Brown got there first, shoved to the opposite side of the floor, and Shipman will send it into the net. Coyote South with Cameron Brown, Jennifer Shipman, Sarah Ottoman, Kinsley Martin, Rachel Wilson, Anaya Barkley, and the libero Sophie Sanchez starting. For the Coyotes North, yes, Sanchez will dig it out. Brown into the backcourt. Boschel, the bump over by Dykes. Edwards going long. And there is the first Coyote South point. North putting Lydia Miller, Morgan Dykes, Reese St. Amand, Julie Boschel, Ella Sprouse, and Melina Cadero on the floor first. While the libero is Kate Ball. Driven over by Martin. Nice recovery. Ottoman able to send it back. And a St. Amand, and there was something illegal that happened on the Coyote South side of the floor. And it'll be Kate Ball serving. I mentioned these two teams met in Bay Minette on the 18th of September. And on that particular day, it was a 5-set match into the net for Ball. Coastal South has been in 3 5-set matches this year. Coastal North has been in 4. And obviously, one of the 4, one of the 3 was against one another. St. Amand driving it over. Ottoman able to get there. Brown bumping into the front court. Shoved over by Kinsley Martin, who is checked into the game. That is Ella Sprouse driving it over for the Coyotes. Sprouse, the top killer the last time these two teams met, with 18 total. And has the kill there as St. Amand will serve. Reese St. Amand, 25 aces. 20 total, caught the lip of the net, able to pick it off the floor was Brown. Sanchez, free ball to Ball. Back set, Edwards tipping it into the corner. Brown able to get there. Two-handed shove over. Over goes to Sprouse, she'll drive it. It will ricochet off Sophie Sanchez. Dalen Williamson checking into the game for the Coyotes, while St. Amand will continue to serve. Into the backcourt, Shipman first. Over goes to Wilson, blocked by Williamson. And the Coyotes by 5 over the Coyotes from Coastal Alabama South. You might get a little confused with all the Coyotes on the floor. But in black, and she got an ace off Shipman. In black, the Coyotes from North. In gold, the Coyotes from South. And let's see if we get a timeout. If there is another Coyote North point. Sanchez first touch. Shipman blocked right back over by Williamson, but apparently went out of bounds. Well, from this vantage point, looked like she may have dropped it in, but the referee standing right there over the floor. Perfect view. Haley Bankert checking into the game. She will serve. 12 aces on the year from Bankert. Setting up Williamson, a little tip over. Sanchez able to get to it. Over to Martin, blocked by Williamson. And here comes Briggs and Cadero back into the ball game for Coyotes North. Moshel and Edwards coming off the floor. And Cadero will serve. 27 aces on the year. That is third best on the team. Wilson will drop it into the corner. So Rachel Wilson giving the serve back over to the Coyotes South. Kinsley Martin serving. 14 aces on the year for a Coastal South team with 82 service aces. Setting up Williamson. Martin is there. Ottoman to the opposite side of the floor. Brown able to get it over that front line. Little two-handed Cadero shove. Wilson blocked by Williamson. Sprouse there as well. Back over to Sprouse. Lobs it over the front court. That is Brown, and it heads this direction, but out. And Coyotes North taking a 10-4 lead with Ella Sprouse serving. Sprouse second game back since that injury about a week and a half ago that took her off the floor, twisted the ankle. Serves into the net. And I believe played in 2 of the 3 sets against Andrew College earlier this week. Trying to recondition her, if you will, for this big conference matchup. Haley Briggs sending it into the net. And Rachel Wilson will serve again. 10-6 North lead. Wilson just clearing the net. Reese St. Amant able to dig it out. Miller driving it mid-court. Got the set. Brown has to reach back, tips it over. Over to Williamson. And Martin trying to dig it, but flipped it out of bounds. And Morgan Dykes will step back onto the floor to serve. Dykes was the libero prior to the injury of Sprouse. Ball became the libero after the injury to Sprouse and has stayed the libero. Back to serve is Cameron Brown. 11 aces for Brown. A 145 hitter on an own 95 hitting Coastal South team. Launched over by Brown. Dykes got to it first. Molino able to set up. Brings in the block by Barkley. Coyote South get back to within 3. Cameron Brown on the serve. Miller there first. Molino Cadero back over to Miller. Little tip by Shipman. And apparently Shipman got into the net. Briggs coming off the floor. Boshel in. Edwards back in too. And Boshel serving her second service rotation. Ottoman shoving it over to Shipman. Miller off the fingertips of Barkley, able to get to it, Sanchez. And reaching over the net to tip it back over with St. Amant. Well, apparently St. Amant getting into the net. So scratch the Coyote North point. Ring it up for the South team. And it is 9 serving 12. In the opening set, Sarah Ottoman serving. 17 kills for Ottoman. Last time these two teams met. Ottoman with a back set. Sent over by Brianna Sanders, who is checked into the game. Miller blocked by Barkley, but out of bounds. Kate Ball back in, had an error on her long serve earlier in the set. Had one service error the last time these two teams met. St. Amant off of Shipman, and Sanchez couldn't dig it out. And Ball serving again. Off Shipman, trying to save it Brown. Sanchez couldn't send it back over in the Coyotes North. Expanding the lead to 6. Hey, a reminder, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yep, we're the never happy guys. Always want more. More subscribers. Shipman off ball, then Dykes. And it's a 5-point game. Sanchez to serve again here at the house. Coyotes North 11-2 on the road. The South Coyotes 3-4. That is Sprouse with the kill. And back to a 6-point Coyote lead. Reese St. Amand serving again. St. Amand, a .333 hitter on a .222 hitting Coastal North team. The second best hitting percentage in the ACCC. St. Amand again with the serve. Steps up just behind the service line. Sanchez, first touch. And that will go wide for Sanders. And you got a timeout on the floor. It is the Coyotes who ask for a break as the Coyotes lead it by 8.
It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses. And now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the Dental Assisting Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
(18-10) North lead over South in the opening set. Big conference matchup. This is a significant game with Enterprise State and LBW trying to create some separation as the 1 and 2 teams from the rest of the pack. And if you are these two teams, you're trying to get closer to the top 2 versus further away. That is out of bounds off Wilson. And the Coyotes have got their largest lead at 9. Reese St. Amand continuing to serve. Sanchez to Alleman, back set, Shipman. Williamson able to hit it. Get a hand on it, shove it over, drop it in. Sanchez can't get to it. Coastal North by 10. And the first double-digit lead. And Alleman acting as the liaison for Coach Richie Delaney. Might have been asking, and it's possible as that's driven over by Shipman. But it did look like from this vantage point, and I'm assuming that this was the argument from Alleman as well, that it hit the hand of Williamson, then maybe somewhere around the forehead, just kind of touched the forehead. Thus, and that's a legal hit, except that there were 3 more on that side of the floor. Over goes to Brown, drives it across. Williamson, a hand on it. Sprouse drives it. Blocked by Sanders. But if that was the argument from Alleman, it was not how the referee saw it. Haley Binkert serving. Ball there first. St. Amand pumping it over to Edwards. Fisted into the corner. Binkert able to get there. Back set Sanders. Driven over. Edwards and the free ball from Ball. Binkert there. Alleman the set. Driven over by Sanders. Setting up Sprouse, drives it. Sanchez there. Over it goes to Brown. Off the fingertips of Edwards and Williamson. Over to Sprouse. Tips it over Island and able to get to it. Edwards shoving it over. Sanchez with a hit. That's driven off the ball and heads over into the corner. And turns it into a 7-point game. Coastal North 4-3 in conference play. Coastal South 1-4, needing a conference win more so than North. Pinkert again to serve. And we've got a timeout on the floor. With the break, let's pause too.
It happens so quickly. 1 minute you're driving to the store and then you ask yourself, am I hurt? Are they hurt? Who should I call? I just want to go home. And then someone appears. Somebody who lets you know you're going to be okay. Be somebody. Enroll in the EMT program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coastal South trimming away at what was a 10-point lead, taking 4 off of the advantage and turning it into a 6-point contest, prompting a Coastal North timeout. Haley Pinkert continuing to serve. 12 aces on the year for the 0-47 hitter. The freshman who has been in 44 of the right at 50 sets this year for the Coyotes. Edwards into the backcourt. Alleman's there. Bumped over to Shipman. Drives it. Ball able to get to it. Sprouse from the left side. Morrison just pulled back. Fires away. Oops, left the big graphic up. My apologies. Yeah, I'm multitasking. Yep, I'm a one-man band. So, as I tell folks, the downside of being a one-man band, you know who hits the sour notes. So my apologies, didn't yank the breakboard off. Got the right scoreboard up now, as that will go long from Cadero. Sanders on the serve. Brianna Sanders does not have an ace this year. Briggs driving it over. Alleman shoving it over to Brown, and Brown will drive it over this direction near, obviously, my camera. We are situated right on the floor, so it does get right in the line of fire. But you know what? We're sitting right by it. Can get that straightened out. Kind of like John Madden, you know, it's in the game. We're in the game. Two-handed shove over, a little miscommunication between Cadero and Sprouse. And Coyotes North 3 away from wrapping up the opening set. That's a drive that's put right back over by St. Amand, but goes wide. South staying in the match, down by 5. Rachel Wilson again on the serve. Fires it over. Wow, another tough shot for St. Amand, but able to go and retrieve it was Briggs. Over to Brown, blocked by Briggs. Wilson couldn't pass. Coyotes 2 away from an opening set win. And Morgan Dykes will serve, the former Sneed Pirate. Not Sneed Parson, by the way, but Sneed High School. Off of Miller, and then dropping inside the antenna on the other side of the floor. And that will push us to set point. Serving is Morgan Dykes. And she's not the only player from Sneed High. Emma Sprouse the other. Brown sending it over. Dykes pumping it over to Briggs. Briggs goes wide. And it is Brown who will serve. Cameron Brown, 11 aces this year. Miller, first touch. Cadero back set to Briggs. Martin picks it up in the backcourt. Over to Shipman, and Shipman hit the antenna. And the Coyotes North will take the opening set, 25-18. Well, when these Coyotes meet, I can assure you it is a battle. As a matter of fact, 5 sets when they met on the 18th of September in Bay Minette. We'll see what the Coyotes South have for the Coyotes North when we come back for set number 2.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
(25-18) Coyote North win over Coyote South in the opening set of what obviously North hopes is 3 and now South hopes is at least 4. A reminder, always tons of sports here on JockJive. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow we'll head to Bay Minette, another conference game for the Coyotes of Coastal Alabama South, taking on the Patriots of Wallace-Selma. Back here on Friday. Got a couple of matches on Friday. Meridian College and Coastal North at 11. And then Coastal North and Southern Union at 3 o'clock. A busy Friday. That night we're going to Daphne, Alabama, Bayside Academy, and Cottage Hill. Also on Saturday at noon, back over to Bay Minette, Northwest Mississippi and the Coyotes. Baseball over the weekend. You want to check that out? ABC Fall League from Wicksburg High School in Wicksburg, Alabama. Showcase Series Fall Ball Saturday and Sunday at Southeastern Louisiana in Hammond, Louisiana. And then wrapping up what's coming up in the next 7 days. That will happen on Tuesday of next week. Coyotes South and Enterprise State in Bay Minette. And we'll have it for you right here. This weekend is the last time you will see Coastal North here. After Friday's second match, everything's on the road. What a dive and save by Sprouse. Setting up Shipman there for the block. Edwards into the backcourt, St. Amant. Two-handed Ottoman shove, and that will ricochet off Edwards. And the opening point in set number 2 belonging to Coastal South. Well, I mentioned North is 11-2 on this floor. And Coastal South is 3-4 away from Bay Minette. Just clearing the net. Sprouse able to dig it out. Tipped to the net. Nope, didn't quite make it. And in the opening set, North jumped out to the big lead. Here in set number 2, South trying to jump out to a big lead behind the serving of Holloman. Moshel with the back set to Mark Miller. And that will catch Shipman's fingertips and drop to the floor, becoming the first North point of set number 2. But if you want just a little bit more as far as records go, how about Wednesdays? Coastal South 0-2 on Wednesdays this year. Shipman will drive it over in front of Dykes. Coastal North is 2-3 when playing on Hump Day. Sophie Sanchez serving 8 aces this year for Sanchez. Ball first touch, Bochelle. And that's going to wind up over here and again hit all kinds of stuff. Thank you very much. We got now a tech guy. We're going to have a road crew. So, man, we're right in the midst of the action. As you got camera hit and microphone hit here in the corner. You know what that leaves, though? That leaves announcer. I guess maybe I'm next on the agenda. Reese St. Amant to serve. First touch, Shipman, and there was a net violation prior to the Williamson shot back over, and she was like, what did I do when the whistle blew? But she hadn't done anything. It was a South Coyote that had. Alleman with a back set, and Shipman will drive it. Not much football this week. One game, Bayside Academy, Cottage Hill on Friday night. Well, last week we had what? Bayside, Georgia Military, Allen University. And did an SIAC game for ESPN Plus. I think that hit somebody twice. Yep, that somebody was Brown. And North draws to within 1. Melina Cadero checking into the lineup to serve. But this week, no football. Georgia Military, with the exception of Bayside. Georgia Military's got the week off. Allen University, we just handle their home non-ESPN Plus games. Alleman with the set. Wilson tips it over. Cadero got a hand on it. Reese St. Amant to Briggs, who sends it over. Back set. Wilson will drive it off. Reese St. Amant. And South will take a 2-point lead. Coastal North's got Meridian College next on Friday. Coastal South tomorrow night, as well as Selma. Cadero trying to dive to get the set for Briggs on a suspect ball pass. And Kinsley Martin will serve again. Ball first touch. Cadero bumps it over to Briggs. Into the backcourt to Sanchez, setting up Wilson. She'll flip it into the corner. South with a 4-point lead. North asking for time.
Being a patient can make you feel helpless and vulnerable and scared. You're dependent on others to get well. Your care is in someone else's hands. Someone who, up until today, might have been a stranger, but somehow they know how you're feeling. Somebody who sees you as more than just a patient. Be somebody. Enroll in the nursing program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
I realize we are very early in this match, but it sure is starting to look like when these two teams met previously. At least to the degree of a back and forth match. When they played in Bay Minette, South 1, set 1, North 2, South 3, North 4. And the North wins it by 3 in the 5th set. Here you've got a North win in set 1 and a South lead in set 2. Served up by Sprouse. Solomon sending it back onto the floor. Wilson will drive it over. And Rachel Wilson will serve her second year as a South starter. She's appeared in 47 of the 50 sets. There have been 1, 2, 3 Coyotes from Coastal South that have been in every set. And those 3 are Martin, Sanchez, and Brown. Nice Canero save. St. Amant sending it over. Williamson will take the Barkley shot and send it right back. And turn it into a 9-6 game with 6 serving 9. This is Morgan Dykes on the serve. Just barely clearing the net. Binkert able to get there. Over to Barkley, and Barkley goes wide. Dykes again serving. 18 aces for Dykes. And if you look at the stats on the ACCC website, she is tops in hitting. Perfect. Well, she is perfect in hitting, but I don't think she is going to qualify for a trophy in that particular category because it's one attack, 1 kill, and no errors on that 1 attack. Wow, what a save by Martin. Back over it goes to Sanchez. Lobs it Ottoman, setting up Shipman, drives it into the backcourt. There is Sprouse. That is St. Amant with a drive. Ottoman shoves it over. Timing to get there is Dykes. St. Amant has North within 2. I mean, you like perfection where Dykes is concerned, but I think you're going to have more than 1 attack to qualify for the hitting championship. And that's really not her forte. She is the assists leader. She's tops in digs. Boschel serving in a 1-point game. Martin first, shoved over to Shipman. Edwards with a block. And looks like a Coyote South got into the net. We're tied at 10. And Boschel, who on the season now has 63 aces, serves it up. And Miller, that one went awry on him, off the side of the hand. And North will take a 1-point lead. Julie Boschel again serving. She has more aces per set than anybody else in the conference. Shipman off Edwards. And we're tied at 11. Sarah Ottoman serving. 172 hitter. Well, if it ends in 3 sets, then Coyotes North will go 11-2 in 3-set matches. Wow. Talk about some reflexes. Dykes and eventually Boschel. Little tip over. Shipman is there. Setting up St. Amant. Tips it over. Sanchez able to get to it. Barkley to Brown, and Brown sends it over. Bochelle over to St. Amant. And that'll come right here into the corner again. And require a little camera adjustment again. So the camera's 2 for 2. The microphone 1 for 1. Hey, I'm still sitting on none as far as volleyball dinks. That'll go into the net for Shipman. Kate Ball serving. Coyotes North trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Edwards with a block of the Shipman shot. Kate Ball will serve again. Ball is tied for number 4 in the conference in service aces percent. So out of the top 5, Coyotes North with 2 of the 5. Bochelle to Paul. Those are your 2. Edwards drives it. That'll go off the roof. And Kate Ball will serve again. Floats it over to Sanchez. Alleman with a set. Brown going long. And the Coyotes North have gone on a tear. And it has prompted a Coyotes South timeout.
It happens so quickly. 1 minute you're driving to the store and then you ask yourself, am I hurt? Are they hurt? Who should I call? I just want to go home. And then someone appears. Somebody who lets you know you're going to be okay. Be somebody. Enroll in the paramedic program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coastal North trying to extend the lead to 2-0. And in set number 2, up by 5. Kate Paul serving. Those 4 conference wins for Coastal North have come over Bishop State, Coastal South, and twice over Wallace-Selma. Their 3 losses, 2 to Enterprise State and 1 to LBW. For Coastal South, their lone conference win over Wallace-Selma, losses to Enterprise State, obviously to Coastal North, to Bishop State, and to LBW. Williamson back onto the floor, and Dykes will come out, serve over to St. Amant. And I think Cadet Rowe actually went out into the lobby and got a bag of popcorn. She's actually now chowing on some popcorn. And that may be just what she needs, some energy, some non-tummy growling kernels of popcorn. I can't say that I've seen that before, but hey, whatever works. Bochelle and a Sprouse into the hands of Sanders. Tries again this time. Dips it over. Alleman able to dig it out. Into the backcourt to Bochelle. Over to Edwards. Pancake from Alleman. Trying to come up with another pancake was Brown. Sanchez able to track it down. Free ball sent over by Sanders, but it hits the roof. Now it can play off the roof if it stays on your side of the floor and the next hit comes from a teammate. But if the next potential hit is from the opponent, that's illegal. Wilson will go long. Coastal North by 8. And Reese St. Amant serving. Well, a point awarded to Coastal South, an illegal rotation on the part of North. So you get a point without a serve. And delivering with a point with a serve is Sanders. And Haley Binkert will serve again. Down by 6 in set number 2. Well, you got 6 teams in the South. There were 7. Reed State canceling their season. 4 teams will make it to the postseason from each division. Wilson with the kill. So if you are in the South, 4 of the 6 are going. And currently, you've got a Wallacella that has not won in conference play. You got Coastal South. Wow, that was Binkert that just smacked Rachel Wilson. Unintentionally, obviously. She wanted to get it over the net, not into a teammate. Molino Cadero with the serve. Wilson giving Kate Ball the facial. But right now, if you are South, you are playing to get in. You got 2 teams on the bubble, Bishop State and Coastal South, and currently your, I guess you can say, more definitive top 3, obviously Enterprise State, LBW, and Coastal North. Over to Sprouse, and it's blocked by Wilson. Kinsley Martin serving. And if Kinsley's kin in the Birmingham area is watching, hello to, I think it is grandmother and family up in Birmingham that watch Kinsley when we're covering and they're not here. Over to Sprouse, drives it in front of Binkert. By the way, just got the basketball schedule for Coastal North and South from AD Daniel Head. Thanks, Daniel. Looking forward to the basketball coming up. Ottoman able to pull it back. Wilson drives it over. Sprouse able to get there. Miller into the backcourt. Sanchez, Miller make that Williamson and Wilson with a bit of a joust on the net. Cadero setting up Williamson, and Williamson will drop it in the corner and off of a South Coyote. So Molino Cadero back onto the floor, fresh off a bag of popcorn. Lobbed over, Binkert couldn't dig it out. That is an ace. Ella Sprouse getting North within a point of wrapping up set number 2. Into the backcourt to Binkert. Ottoman with a back set. Wilson aims for the corner. She'll go long. And the Coyotes have won 2. And now lead it 2-0. And still have their sights on a sweep. Meanwhile, Coastal South looking to stop the train in set number 3 and force now 5 sets of volleyball in Bruton. Set 3, just around the bend.
The University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Two sets in, both won by the Coyotes North, 25-18, 25-17. Trying to sweep it. South trying to force a fourth and a fifth. One more reminder. Well, we could have more if we have more sets. But a look at what's coming up here on JockJive. Tomorrow night, off to Bay Minette we go, 5 o'clock. Wallace, Selma, and Coastal South Volleyball. Friday, right back here. A couple of matches on Friday at 11 a.m. Coyotes Meridian College battle. And then you've got a 3 o'clock Coyotes and Southern Union showdown. That's the Coastal North Coyotes. Lone football on the weekend, Bayside Academy and Cottage Hill on Friday. That'll happen at 7 o'clock. Back to the volleyball on Saturday at noon. Northwest Mississippi and Coastal South. Gonna bring some baseball in. ABC Falling Baseball, Saturday and Sunday at Wicksburg. Showcase Series Fall Ball at Southeastern Louisiana on Saturday and Sunday. And then in about 6 days, Boll Weevils are coming to Bay Minette. Enterprise State and Coastal South. A quick reminder, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got goals. We've got a mission. We've got a plan. And that plan is to just keep growing the numbers. More subscribers. So if you have, thank you. If you haven't, please do. As we get the set underway, Reese St. Amant with a tip right back over by Shipman. Setting a Miller, and Miller will drive it off Wilson. And the opening point in set number 3 belonging to Coastal North. Julie Moschel will serve. These two teams, if you're looking at set wins, which though obviously they play a role in match wins, but they're not the significant stat. But if you're looking at set wins, Coastal North now with 56 and losing 22. 18 of those set wins have been in the conference. And now Coastal South is 21 and 31 as they got an ace. And 5 of those 21 set victories have been in conference play. And we know where those 5 sets came from. 2 matches. Wallace-Selma, which Coastal South swept. And then Coastal North, which turned into a 3-2 game. Two apiece in set number 3. Cade Ball will serve. Into the net with a Cade Ball serve. She had 1 error the last time these two teams met. 2 in this one. And Kinsley Martin coming into the ball game for Coastal South. Good crowd on here. As a matter of fact, practically every night we have been here, there have been great crowds At North, into the net for Martin. And in reality, most of the junior college athletics this year, and I don't know if that's just coincidental that, you got more of a money grab. And I don't mean that in a negative way, where college athletics is concerned. Heck, you can make money, do it. But it almost has that feel this year that folks are kind of going back to the organic, the more passionate athlete that in making the bucks, in playing the game with any incentive that's monetary. And yeah, went the long way around to say the crowds are bigger, and that could be one of the reasons. Melina Canero serving. Driven over by Brown, drops it in the corner. South getting the lead back. And really, I think the only game that I have done this year that was, a sparse crowd was last weekend's Georgia Military College and Lewisburg game. But it was at a neutral site. And Ole Miss and South Carolina were playing 3 miles away. So those could have been factors. Pancake by Sprouse. Wow, ball nearly fisted it over and got it in. It just barely went out. 6 serving 4, a must-win set for South. Caught the top of the net, drops in front of St. Amant. South trying to break a drought. They have not won since the 16th of September when they defeated Northeast Mississippi. Ellis Prowse serving. Shoved over to Shipman, and Shipman goes long. Well, still the possibility of a 3-set match. If it does end after 3, then it's a North win. And a North win would make them 11-2 in 3-set matches. And would drop South to 3-7 in 3-set matches. Not up at 7 after the Williamson point. And Ellis Prowse will serve again. Well, based on the fact that she has played the entire game, I think that ankle is apparently okay for Sprouse. Brown into the backcourt. Sprouse able to get to it. Back set to Briggs. Wow, she hammers it over. Coyotes by 1. North trying to pick up their 17th win of the year. Sprouse just wide. And we are knotted up at 8. South trying to win their 7th of the year. South almost completely opposite from a standpoint of home versus away games. The rest of the year, the bulk of their remaining games are at home. That is blocked by Sanders. But Coastal North, after Friday, won't be back here. They're playing the rest of the season on the road. Served up by Alleman. Miller knocks it off the ceiling. South with a 2-point lead. Alleman continuing to serve. Alleman playing a different role tonight as compared to that game on the 18th. On that particular day, Alleman had 17 kills. She's not on the attack. She is used more as an assister. Is there such a word? An assister? Morgan Dykes. Over to Sanchez. She'll get the ace. We're tied at 10. Dykes serving again. Trying to give North the lead. Ottoman. Over to Barkley, sends it into the backcourt. Cadero there. Driven over by Briggs. North with a 1-point lead. And Dykes serving again. Into the backcourt to Brown. Ottoman with a set to Shipman. I'll make that Sanders. And Sanders will drop it in front of Cadero. We are tied at 11. Coastal North in and around the top 5 in practically every statistical category in the ACCC with the exception of Diggs. North is number 4 in kills percent, 2 in hitting, 4 in assist percent, 6 in blocks a set, number 1 in aces percent. Those Diggs, they are at 10. Meanwhile, South right around that 11 and 12 spot. Few 9s. They are 11 in kills a set, 12 in hitting. That'll go off the roof and wind up at the North bench. 11 in assists, 9 in blocks, 11 in service aces percent. 9 in Diggs. Into the corner, perfect placement. That was Shipman just dropping it into the corner to turn it into a 1-point game. And Pinkert will serve. Hey, don't forget, too, you want to watch this game later and anything that's on our website, about 1,000 games. For a year, you can do it for $25. And unlimited downloads. Reese into the backcourt. Reese St. Amand. Wilson off St. Amand. Dug out by Morgan. Onto the floor is Jolie Palmer getting her first playing time here in set number 2. And it'll be put right on the back of the noggin of Palmer by Brown. And we are knotted up at 13. Palmer has been in 17 matches, 31 sets this year. Over to St. Amand. Pinkert able to dig it out. Tipped over by Sanders. Over it goes to Miller. Tipped over by Wilson. South Coyotes by 1. And a North Coyotes timeout.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
North would like to get out of this one with a sweep. South wants to play 5 sets tonight after losing the opening 2. And South with a 1-point lead in a do-or-die 3rd set. Haley Pinkert serving. 12 aces for Pinkert. Back set by Bochelle. And Miller will drive it over. We are tied at 14 each. Kate Ball with the serve. Sanchez first touch. Sanders with a tip over. Palmer with a save off Bochelle. And South takes a 1-point lead. Cameron Brown serving, a 145 hitter this year. Setting up Sprouse, and Sprouse mishit. Patting the chest saying, my bad. That one's on me, says Sprouse. As it'll be served up again by Sanders. Over to Palmer, drives it, dug out by Sanders. Over to Brown from the corner. Paul first touch, Bochelle setting up St. Amant. Sanders able to get there. Wilson after the Ottoman set. Bochelle, free ball sent over. And a miscommunication between Wilson, Sanchez, and Sanders turns into a North point. Reese St. Amant serving. Into the backcourt to Sanchez. Setting up Wilson, Williamson, and Sprouse there for the block. We are tied at 16. Reese St. Amant serving again. Baker digs it out. Holloman to Martin. Martin with the free ball over. Setting up Williamson. Fires into the backcourt. Right back from Bankert. Over it goes to Sprouse off the top of the net. Giving Martin an opportunity for the pass to Brown. Into the backcourt to St. Amant. Over to Sprouse. Shoves it off Martin. Baker was on her knees, able to get up and return the pass. Holloman with a free ball. Over to Palmer. Drives it, drops it on the other side of the net. St. Amant serving in a 1-point game. Over to Bankert. Williamson and Holloman got into it from a volleyball perspective, and Williamson wins it. St. Amant to serve again. Martin there first. Holloman with a set to Wilson. Into the backcourt to St. Amant. Over to Sprouse, drives it. Sanchez got an arm on it. Brown over to Holloman with a free ball over. Back set, tipped over by Williamson. Sanchez underneath. Over to Brown, off the top of the net. Wilson to Bankert. And Martin into the backcourt to Ball. Over to Sprouse. Fires away, got the top of the net. Over to Bankert. Sanchez into the backcourt. Libero to Libero. Over to Palmer. Martin is there. Setting up Brown. Had to step back to try to take the pass and could not send it over. And St. Amant continuing to serve. Setting up Wilson. Blocked by Williamson. Into the backcourt to St. Amant. Williamson will drive it there for the dig is Bankert. Martin drives it through the block of Sprouse and Williamson, but illegally into the net of the Coyotes South, and the lead goes to 4 for North. St. Amant on the serve. Holloman with a back set to Brown, blocked by Williamson. Brown off the ceiling. Sanchez got to it, but on the wrong side of the antenna. Timeout on the floor. Coyotes North 4 away from a set and match victory.
Max hates going to the vet. It smells funny. It makes him feel anxious and worse, overweight. But today he doesn't feel well, So he and his person are glad that someone is there to make him better. Somebody who also understands what a good boy he is. Be somebody. Enroll in the Veterinary Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coastal North trying to sweep it after 25-18 and 25-17 wins. And leading in 3, 21-16. And they have widened this margin behind the serving of St. Amant, who delivers with an ace in front of the inline. Pinkert and Martin were there, both thinking it was going along. And St. Amant serves again. Coyotes North needing 3 to wrap it up. Ottoman with a back set to Wilson. Wilson tips it over, but into the net was either Williamson or Sprouse. And Coyotes South picking up the point. They have got to score 8 before North scores 3. Well, we wrap it up after 3. Bochelle with a set to Williamson. Aiming for the corner and goes long. Looking forward to a new venue. Love Mobile, by the way, but they're renovating. So the new venue for the postseason tournament is Sand Mountain up in Albertville, Alabama. Palmer with the tip over. Barkley got a hand on it. Williamson, Sprouse. Fisted over by Ottoman. Bochelle shoves it into the corner. Martin able to get there. Over to Barkley. Williamson will put it right back over. But yeah, looking forward to checking out the new venue. And not that far from now. What, about 3 or 4 weeks? We will be in Albertville. Molino Canero with a serve. Pinkert first touch. Ottoman to Martin. Free ball over. Williamson. Canero setting up Sprouse. She'll fire away. Martin is there. Over to Brown. Brown into the backcourt to Ball. Setting up Sprouse again. Blocked by Barkley. And South with their highest point total of the match at 19. After set point totals of 18 and 17 in 1 and 2. Off the top of the net, unable to dig it out, was Abby Matthews, who was checked into the game. So Abby Matthews coming into the net from Brown. And now if you're the Coyotes South, you're back against the wall. Emma Sprouse serving set and match point. Floats it over to Martin. Back set to Barkley. Matthews able to get there, brings back onto the floor. Free ball sent over by Sprouse. Setting up Barkley. Sprouse able to get to it. Williamson to Miller. Drives into the backcourt. Sanchez returns. Over it goes to Shipman. She'll go long. Match over. North will win it. So this one wraps up after 3. And it is a Coyotes North win. 25-18, 25-17, 25-20. North going to 17-5 overall, 5-3 in the conference. At home, they are now 12-2. And in case you're interested, on Wednesdays, 3-3. Coastal South now 6-9 on the year, 1-5 in the conference. And have lost their 7th in a row. We'll get back to the house and try to end that losing streak against Wallace-Selma. Tomorrow night we'll be there for the coverage at a 5 o'clock start. And then back here on Friday as Meridian College and Southern Union come to town. Meridian College and North at 11. Southern Union and Coastal North at 3. And we'll have it for you all right here. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Daniel Hand, AD of the Coastals, for the opportunity. For all the folks with all the Coastals and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.